It is a subject that no one wants to think about, but eventually we're all going to die. Not today, but eventually.
Talk about raining on someone's parade. And having a plan now can prevent a lot of headaches for our loved ones. Certified financial planner Jeff Rose from Alliance Investment Planning in Carbondale is here with more. And you've developed sort of a kick the bucket plan, I guess we'll call it, right?
Yeah, you know, like you said, you never really want to plan for it because everyone's going to live forever, but the reality is it's going to happen. Especially if you're a younger family, if you've got kids. I think the most important thing with setting up a will is choosing a guardian for your minor children. Basically, this is the person that will be responsible for your kids' upbringing in case something happened to you and your spouse. And it's important because, you know, how do you want them to be raised? Who do you want them to be making those educational decisions for them later on in life? You know, so you want to make sure this person is competent and you're confident that they'll be that right person to raise your kids after you're gone.
Now, when we choose the guardian, do we have to get it notarized? Do we have to have it see an attorney and have a legal document with that? I mean, what do parents need to know?
Essentially, that's what the will do. You actually will list a guardian. You can even have a successor guardian just in case. Now, after your passing, it does go to the courts, and then the court will see if that guardian is the right person. You know, they'll have to pass, you know, a few tests or so. But typically, if that's the person, if you've had that conversation, hey, you are going to be the guardian. You know, no surprises.
Yeah, don't just spring that on someone.
Exactly. You know, have that conversation, but as long as you have it in the will, and that's what the will do for you.
And where money and property is concerned, that's something else people need to think about.
That's right? The other aspect. Another part of the will, you'll have a trustee. The trustee is that person that's in charge, as you said, as your money, as your property. If you've got real estate property, you know, your house, cars, boats, whatever, they'll basically be in charge of dispersing those assets. Now, in this case, the guardian and the trustee can be the same person, but you know, you are asking a lot of them. So, I mean, once again, having that conversation, just making sure that they are up to the role, you know, of doing it.
Now, are these people responsible for our debt if we do pass away and we do have debt when we pass away? Are they obligated then to pay that off?
No, not at all. The debt won't pass along with you, so not to be worried about.
All right. And then you also talk about an executor to deal with the probate and all that good stuff.
So essentially, after the will's set up, you know, everything has to go in accordance of the will, and this is the executor. And once again, this could be that same person. Typically, the probate process can be anywhere from 6 to 12 months, just depending on how the will's set up. But think as the executor as that anal retentive person that just attention to detail, you know, that will just go through the whole process, because it's you know, depending on how complex it can be, but it can be a very involved process. So you want to make sure that person's up for it as well.
How soon does somebody need to really start seriously thinking about these things? You
know, it's something where I put it off. You know, I'll be first. I was procrastinating. You know, with our second child, soon to have third. You know, we actually just went to Carbondale, had our will drafted through Hendricks and Hagen over there in Carbondale. And anytime you have children, I think going back to point number one, you've got minor children. You know, wanting to make sure that they're going to be taken care of.
Yeah.
You know, so to list that out, you know, it's for us, it was more the guardian aspect. You know, money, property down the road, but really the children, just to make sure that they're taken care of.
All right. Certified financial planner Jeff Rose, and you can find more information from Jeff at goodfinancialsense.com. That's his blog. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.